Alright, so hello and welcome to another Monster Candle Trader video. It is me, the Monster Candle Trader, and today I'll be taking a look at the USTEC trading the opening range gap. Now, the reason why I'm doing this video live is that I wanted to show you pretty much my setup, so you can have I would snip a part of this video and just use it for the setup aspect of how I approach a chart each morning. But because there was my internet went out and I had to go and get myself a data plan, I pretty much missed out on that opportunity, because as you see right now, I'm just doing the annotations while the market is already running. All right, so let me see here. All right, so first presented FEG here. Let's go ahead and put that to the bottom here. Just a moment while this loads. So first presented FEG. All right, I have it stationed there. And then news for Friday. So there isn't any, well, there wasn't supposed to be any high impact news, but then you have this crazy movement here in the market, which is really good because this wick pretty much cleared buy side, and since the target is the midpoint of the open range gap, the market opening up here going into the midpoint is really nice to see. Anyways, let's go over how we typically do the setup, because the market would probably attempt to go above here, do some time dilation in this wick before coming back down, so it should allow a bit of time. Let's see. So on the 15 minutes, I normally start off on the 50 minutes chart, and what I want to look for is relative equal lows and relative equal highs, and I normally start at 6 a.m. is what I normally have jotted down while I do the search. And of course, if there is obvious areas of relative equal highs and lows, I'll have it highlighted like here. This is a nice pool of liquidity here, so you have relative equal high, and we want to make sure that this is in the right and the middle, right? So that's one area of interest right there. This wick, of course, would have been another area of interest, because the wicks acts like a magnet as well, in which the market likes to draw into. So let's see if there's any relative equal lows. There is. This is from yesterday, and since the market has been primarily running up, so there's relative equal lows here. And it's the same treatment. I'm going to ensure that it's in the right middle, right? So there's relative equal lows here. There is a new day's opening gap here, another new day's opening gap with the first presented FEG for Monday. The price went up, took out buy side, shifted lower, wicked up, took out buy side again, and now it's going into this gap, so we can see what it wants to do. Let's see, this breaker here seems very obvious, so I'll go ahead and highlight it. I'm saying breaker and order block. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and highlight it there. Anyways, yeah, so that's pretty much what I do. I look for relative equal highs, relative equal lows, and then I also look on the daily chart. So start off on the 15 minutes and I'll go down. But for the daily chart, I normally look for the high and the low. So this relative equal high here is also a daily high, which paints a narrative that if the market, it is possible that the market wants to reach up into here to clear out the buy stops resting above this high here. And here is also a possible target, but it doesn't necessarily have to be in this week. And since the market has been going up, there's a chance it wants to retrace here on the Friday. So a high there, the low is here, this high is already taken. So this is the main high that I'll be focusing on. So of course you want to go back down into, let's see real quick what's going on here. All right, so the market is back into, so it went up into the midpoint, traded lower. All right, so because there is no high impact news here on the market, but there is a medium impact news, if the market is to trade back into this FEG, this will be my my first entry pretty much. All right, and of course I'm targeting the midpoint. Now there is the new week's opening gap there. There's also this relative equal low that's sitting here. But for the time being, I'll be targeting the midpoint from there, and then depending on the reference in time, then I'll go ahead and take it from there. But let's go back down to the, oh yeah, it's the order block. So it went up there, tapped this order block, rejected lower. Let's go back into the 5 minutes now. Now for the 5 minutes, let's see if the relative equal lows. All right, so there's also relative equal lows here, which is really nice. Been tapped into the trade, and I'll keep this one here. Let's go to the 1 minute. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and focus up on this trade now. As I mentioned earlier, this is a pretty typical setup. No high impact news, but a medium impact news, meaning that I'll be looking for an entry into the midpoint of the opening range right away. So if it's the case where there was like other conditions, of course I would have waited on 950. And if this is to fail, for example, right, what I'll do is I'll look at the 950 to 1010 macro, and depending on how, and then at that point I'll exercise a lot more patience in regards to seeing exactly how the market is reacting off of the first presented FEG or a certain PD array to pretty much confirm what the market wants to do. So right now the market is wicking